Thokozani bantwana bakamoya. Ngiyanamukela kubuhle bukamoya channel. Welcome divine energies. Thank you to all my subscribers. And guys, I think I'm finally ready to do a story time, ne? Because I want you guys to learn galento le, ne? And I prefer ukufundisa abantu based on my experiences, something that I have experienced engiyaziyo, ngikhuluma into engiyaziyo. So this video ngizoyenza ngesiZulu because isilungu asivumi namhlanje. Ngizokhuluma ukuthwetshulwa. Now if this word lisha kubanye benu, ngicela nenze i-research yenu ukuthi kuchaza ukuthini ukuthwetshulwa, or nibuze abantu abadala ukuthi kuyini, because ngicabanga ukuthi bona bangaba nolwazi oluningi. But then ngendlela mina engayichaza ngayo ukuthwetshulwa, it depends ukuthi bathwetshula umuntu ophilayo noma bathwetshula idlozi. But all in all, ukuthwetshulwa ukuthi if ngichaza njengomuntu ophilayo, uma bethwebula umuntu, so abathakathi what they do is bathatha isithunzi somuntu ophilayo, ne? Bayamthwebula, bathatha isithunzi sakhe ngemithi emibi indlela zabo angazi kanjani, but bathatha isithunzi sakhe lo muntu loyo, and then they bamenza umkhovu ukuthi lo muntu loyo abasebenzele. Now depends ukuthi bazomhlalisa emahlathini abesilwane or bazomhlalisa endlini zabo, you know, la bahlala khona. So bayamsebenzisa with anything, uyisicashalala sabo, yabo, uyisebenzi sabo, bayamxhaphaza basebenzisa, ne? And then what they do is now because bamthathe ephila ngithi bathatha isithunzi sakhe, they replace him with isilwane, bafaka isilwane emzimbeni wakhe, ne, esifana naye, so that you guys as a family like you will notice ukuthi umuntu wakini uhambile. So nina umuntu wakini makabuya kunina after lesenzo leso, makabuya kunina ndizibonela yena because I notice ukuthi akusuwi, ne? But then obviously kuzoba nezinto ezenzayo, behavior yakhe izokhombisa ukuthi no man, lo muntu lo wakini nimaziyo bengeke abenze into eso or abehave ngendlela eso, nengeke soze nimbone ajabulile, because why? It's not the real him. Basithathile isithunzi sakhe. Yena nina niphila nomuntu endlini ngicabanga ukuthi uye kanti no, yena ule la khona bayamsebenzisa uwumkhovu and stuff like that. Now it depends ukuthi bamthathelani. Abanye bamthatha ngizathu ukuthi bafuna nje ukumthuma ukwenza imisebenzi emibi engcolile yobumnyama. And then abanye could be ukuthi bamthathela ukuqeda ngomndeni wakhe. So uma bethatha yena bayamthatha na ngithi uyaphila, and then lo mzimba lo also usilwane manje babuyisa isilwane kunina ngithi ukuthi ngicabanga ukuthi uyena. So what they do is they find a way yokumenza ukuthi yokunenza nicabanga ukuthi ushonile. So what they do is maybe bazomenza ukuthi lo obuyile kunina nihlala naye, so that while the real him is not there, bamenza ukuthi athole maybe something like a car accident or agwazwe or something like that, ukuthi nje azokwazi ukuthi buke ngathi useshonile kuphumela umphefumulo, ne? And then nina nicabanga ukuthi umuntu wakini okay nangu uthola i-car accident or ushonile or kwenzakaleni, and then bese nenze njani, niyamngcwaba, ne? Benzela lokho ukuthi nizomngcwaba. Now mase nimngcwabile, what they do is suthi mase nimngcwabile kahle kahle, angeke lo abamthathile wangempela angeke aphinda abuye kunina esayidini labantu abaphilayo emhlabeni, because manje senimvalelile ngalokho. So mase senimngcwabile ke, then laba abagangayo abaphethe the real him benze njani, baganga ngalethuna leli ukulise elisha linjalo, baganga ngayo, bayasebenzisa manje ukuthi benze njani, lo azothumeka alanda abantu bakubo, abalande one by one if befuna uqeda ngomndeni wakhe. You will notice ukuthi kulomndeni lo akakapheli no 3 months lo ehambile emhlabeni, sekuhamba umunye futhi emhlabeni, maybe every 3 months kuhamba umuntu la kulomndeni lo emhlabeni, and uhamba the very same way lo qala hambe ngayo. So maybe if lo qala uma kukuthi uhambe maybe ngenxeba lokugwazwa, noma uhambe edutshuliwe ngesibhamu, noma uhambe ethola ingozi yemoto, the second one naye uzohamba the very same way, nalo wekugcina wesi-3 uzohamba kanjalo, nalo kanjalo, ne? So guys, if something like this is happening emndenini yenu or khona umndeni waziyo wenzeka something similar to this, and baxwayise kakhulu, nisukumela indaba yakhona nihambe niyohlola and stuff like that. Okay, guys, probably some of you guys understand ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani la. Let me tap into my story time. Okay, so story time sami, I'm going to talk about my father, of which something similar to this happened to him. So ubaba wami naye went through the same thing, wathwetshulwa. So guys, what happened was my father was very strict. My father was very, very strict. Beyanesandla esiqinile, beyanekhanda eliqinile, beyangazwani nodoti. So sikhule nje umzali strict. So growing up, ngihlala nabo boyi-2 abazali bami. Siphila nje impilo normal. My father was strict yet very kind. Bewumuntu onobele, onenhliziyo enhle kakhulu, ongafuni ukubona omunye umuntu ezwa obuhlungu. Yazi, my father would do anything ukubona omunye umuntu ejabulile. Even nami myself, mangithiwa ngenza into wrong, abezongishaya impela ke lapho. Yazi, bonakala ukuthi akadlali. But now, if maybe I'm feeling sad or dinga something or I want something, he was gonna make sure ukuthi he gets it for me, no matter how expensive it is. And even if he cannot afford lento leyo, he would try by all means ukuthi uyangitholela yona, just to make sure ukuthi ngiyajabula at the end of the day. He'd even go out there, ayofuna loan, just to afford lento efunayo. My father was that type of a man. He was very, very kind. Okay, so now since my father he was oblivious to izinto eziningi ezenzekayo out there, especially his family. So then he would always protect the ones he loved. And that's the first mistake ayenza empilweni yakhe, is to easily trust people, easily give in to people, nokhuluma ama-plans wakho ngempilo yakho. So my father was not that close to his brother, but then he had this older brother who had a wife, and then so the mother-in-law, my mother's father, the mother, she I don't know if it's, I think she was not getting along with the wife, the older brother's wife. So they clashed. And then one day they had a fallout. So then since the wife since they had a fallout, my father tried to intervene because he was trying to fix the whole situation. Phele ukuxatshana baphinde bazwane kahle futhi. So what my father did, he bekafuna ukuya lapha where his brother lives. So what my father did, my father, he didn't tell us where he was going, but instead he told us ukuthi uyobona umngani wakhe. So he went out this other day. He went out to fetch his friend ngemoto, and then ahamba nomngani wakhe to where the older brother lives. So mabafika laphayana, they get in, and then the wife, she besekabonile ukuthi sebangenile, bekayazi ukuthi my father's coming. So my father got there with the friend, and then the wife, I don't know if she hated my father or bekafunani, but that person, she's so evil. Like I cannot even find the words to describe how heartless that person is. But okay, let me just carry on your story. So I get this wife, she hears ukuthi okay, bafile, hears the voices in ini, and then she goes and check ukuthi okay, they're really here. Vele besebangenile egcekeni in the yard. So I remember my father ayoka amanzi from the tap, order to drink, and then she'd see the kitchen door was open, and then ugel, the wife, phela ambona ukuthi oh okay, he's here. I don't know ukuthi bekaphezu kwani, but then she went upstairs to do her things phela, So apparently uthathe umuthi thizeni I am not sure what type of muti that was, but obviously muti obumnyama. And then wayigcobisa ezandleni, ne? Wagcobisa izandla zakhe ngalo muthi lo. Just like this. And then afterwards she went out, ne? Aphuma ngomnyango. She went to my father to greet him. It's like she greeted him, and then my father greeted her back, and then she gave him a handshake. Wamkhawula, ne? Insisted ukumkhawula. She's never done that before. She's never. That day she was so excited ukumbulisa. Your guys like, what? Okay. She gave him a handshake, and then my father, I feel like my father, we've always known that she's not really a good person, valuable. So I feel like my father, he hesitated to handshake naye ukumkhawula. He hesitated, but because he's such a nice person and akafuni ukuthi umntana abantu aphatheke kabi, wavele wamupha-ke le handshake leyo baqhawulana ke. Kanti not knowing ukuthi kulesi sayagela isandla there's izinto ezinzima kabi. And then makamkhawula shuthi the muti that she had here ingene ngapha kubabwana esandleni sakhe, yangena kuye, yangena kancane ngaphakathi kuye, yagcina isingaphakathi kuye, yena angazi next. So what that muti, umsebenzi walo muti loyo bekuwukuthi uthatha isithunzi sakhe. That way wasithatha kanjalo isithunzi sakhe. Okay, guys, it's 12 midnight, so yeah, and I'm alone here, so that's why I keep looking around, because I'm talking about stories is scary right now. But I had to be brave enough to tell people this, so that nani nizoqaphela, ne? Because if we were aware of all of this, my father would still be alive. So okay, then after that, waphuma isithunzi sakhe. Ugeli sekasithathile isithunzi sakhe sele lapha egcekeni manje. And then my father did say ukuthi nje that day he didn't know what was going on, but he could feel ukuthi no man, he's not himself, a part of him is missing. And then ujuthi-ke waqhubeka kodwa wahlala because he didn't know ukuthi bekwenzakalani, yabo. And then yeah, he spent the day there bakhuluma with the family, kwenzakala lo kwenzakalayo. And then mind you, after giving my father a handshake, she did not give my father's friend, a handshake. It was only my father. Why? Bahamba bayi-2, abantu bami bayi-2, but when I give one handshake. Anyways, angikho lapho. So then afterwards, kube later that day, and then my father had to come back home, obviously, because bekangasho vele ukuthi uyaphi, bekathe uya kumngani wakhe. So my father came back, he dropped off his friend where he lives, and then he came back home. Makafika endlini, mind you, it was kuyenzakala lento leyo, ne? It was 1 week before his birthday. Ne? It was 1 week before his 1 or 2 weeks, yeah, before his birthday, guys. It was March 2020. I will never forget that year, 2020. But anyways, angikho lapho. So my father comes back home. Tina, we are naive, oblivious, asiboni nexi, asazi nexi, I'm young, asizazi lezinto lezo. Comes back home, okay, qhubeke nje, kube righty. And then for that week nje, Tina, we didn't know what was going on. So obviously we would not pay attention to his silent behavior, ukuthi behavior yakhe seyishintshile or kanjani. We would notice ukuthi ubabami akasakhulumi kakhulu. He's now seka quiet. Ubabami bekangasi umuntu ophaphayo, hyper, but bekakhuluma and bekathanda ukucrack ama-jokes. Bese sekathule and shesha kwade, like uyenza into encane, he's angry and he's shouting at you at the top of his voice, like yabo. Because yena vele beka strict, so besingakunaki kakhulu lokho, but betha umuntu othule, yabo. And most of the time makabuya emsebenzini sekayozilahlela embhedeni uyalala ke lapho, like yabo. So bekwa umuntu ozobuya nje alale, obviously now uzocabanga ukuthi he's tired, yabo, had a rough day, yabo. You wouldn't pay attention. Okay, fine, again. So every day baba mibesaka naleyo pattern leyo ukuthi makakhona if he didn't go to work bekazolala ke the whole day. You would even think ukuthi ayekho endlini kanti no, he's there, he's just ukuthi ulele yabo bese angasaxoxi namuntu angasaxoxi nami. You know, my father and I would stay up till midnight sixoxa nje, you know, and he used to bekathanda ukungixoxela his childhood stories. So every now and then bekane story esisha nje azongitshela sona yabo besingapheli. So now bese siyaqala ukuba distant and stuff like that, mind you. But then there was that one thing abakathanda ukuyenza ngenhliziyo yakhe yonke. Ubaba mbekane talent ke ekuphekeni, bekashaya ibhoda yabo. But then bekangapheki njalo, it was maybe once a month or once in 2 months. But at that time, every day ebusuku baba mungena ku YouTube bheka ama-recipe amasha, like that's the only thing that used to excite him. Bheka ama-recipe amasha, is trying out new things, uyapheka at 10 p.m. uyapheka. Now I'm chilling there, bheka TV, and he's busy cooking and trying out a recipe entsha, and then he would let me taste it, and then I tasted wonke umuntu jabule ukuthi wow, okay, we've never eaten something like this before. And then okay guys, fast forward ke because kwaqhubeka kanjalo vele for lonke le week lelo ne. And then it was his birthday. On his birthday ne, yithi laba we excited ukuthi okay, it's his birthday, we're planning to take him out, we're planning to go buy a cake ne. I was planning to go out and buy him a present ne, birthday present. So okay, on that day he did not go to work, but my mother was at work. So yim loyo busy nge-makeup, I'm young obviously busy nge-makeup, ngiyaziphophotha looking all beautiful because sengiplanile ukuthi vele we're going out. And then around later ke sengibonile ukuthi my mom is on her way back. I wake my father up, ulele futhi, like the whole day he's ulele yabo. I wake him up. He tells me that he has a headache, tension headache, ibimshaya the whole day. Oh, okay. I wish him a happy birthday. She says thank you. Like agana energy. He's not even happy that it's his birthday. Mind you, the previous years, bekahlezi ajabulile ngebirthday yakhe, and he's the one who would buy a cake elikhulu for ibirthday yakhe. Bekahlezi nje ala ubaba mbe umuntu othanda ama birthdays kakhulu. Mekuyi birthday yomuntu, he'd make sure ukuthi uyakuspoiler. Now uzumangala, he'll go all out for a birthday ya noma ubani family wabo. So then okay, fair again, now I'm thinking okay, maybe he needs to rest kancane sharp. My mother comes back, and then I'm like, okay guys, it's getting late, let's go buy a cake. Yeah, since you guys don't want to go out anymore. And my father doesn't want to buy a cake at Tina. He doesn't want the agafuni cake for a birthday yakhe. Like he's not excited. Agafuni next ne. So eventually we did end up buying a cake, of which akalidlanga nokulidla le cake leyo. Like he was not feeling the day. Like bekanganandaba ukuthi birthday yakhe or iyenzakalani. Okay, I was not planning to make this video long, but yeah, ngidinga kind of details because you guys. Okay, so okay, now we're just wondering why I saw. Okay, fine, it was just bengasusuku like there is the 20 March 2020 ne? 5 days later ne, 5 days later after a birthday yakhe ne, nje 5 days, on the 25th of March 2020, that is the day. Okay, my father did not go to work that day, right? Mind you, after lezinto lezenzakalile kuyena bekangasa umuntu oya emsebenzini vele isikhathini esiningi, bayaphuma buya, you know, angasayina kubangani bakhe. Okay, fine, again. My father didn't go to work, instead bekalele ne. My mother was at work, mina I was at home. It was the time kuqala lockdown, so bese sekuvaliwe ikole sesingasayi esikoleni because of lockdown. So nami I was at home, not at school. So mina I'm busy doing my own things, nayindaba zami, minding my own business. And then my father told me, I asked my father ukuthi angifundise le recipe le bekayenza ne, because even the day before ebusuku futhi I think ngabo midnight beka busy nama recipe and mina bengalele, so I was chilling there with him. So I asked him ukuthi angifundise yona because nami ngiyafuna ukwazi kuyenza and it seemed very complicated. So wathi uzongifundisa on the 25th, ne? So okay, I was excited ngoba vele I'm not going to school, uzongifundisa. Fine. Around 12 p.m. I wake him up ukuthi I'm excited phela, let's go try out recipe yakho le wayenza the other day nami ngifuna ukuyazi, please do it again. My father's like okay, ngizovuka and then I'll teach you a recipe and stuff like that, ne? Okay, fine. Fedi uyaqhubeka uyalala, and I'm asking him ukuthi vele today awindawo. He's telling me ukuthi no, he's not going anywhere today, so we have the whole day ukuthi sifunde le recipe. Okay, sharp. Fedi vele ngiyaqhubeka ngiyachila endlini. Mind you, bekunomntana kithi last born omncane, she was 9 months ngaleso sikhathi, yabo. So my father wakes up, I think after 30 minutes, and he's not going anywhere. He wakes up and then he tells me ukuthi he's in a hurry. He got a phone call. He got a phone call. Northwest. He's supposed to be there in less than an hour. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm thinking maybe it's work related, so I don't ask him a lot of questions. Okay, fine. My father again. Uyazilungisa. Okay, fine. Makathi uyaphuma umntwana uyamkhalela, like uyamkhalela uyamdonsa. She does not want my father to leave and stuff like that. My father's like, yo bambani umntwana, like I'm really in a hurry. Mind you, ubaba ngibeka na 2 months athenga imoto entsha, ne? He had a white car and 2 months nje intsha le moto leya. Bekazohamba ngayo ke. And mind you, ubaba ngibeka namafoni i2, ne? Baphathi Samsung ne Hawaii. Yeah. So uthatha amafoni akhe wethu athi okay uyavaya ke. Okay, fede ke simbambe ke umntwana uyakhala, like lo mntwana lo beka khala like ngenye indlela, like angafuni nje ukuthi baba mahambe, beyafuna ukuthi amphathe, yabo. So my father was trying to dodge, hayi imfihleni bambeni, yabo. Fine, okay, cool. Aphume ke, ayiphume ngemoto ahambe. It was around 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. ahambe ke ubabam. And then dambama, my mom and my dad were supposed to go somewhere, so I think they were communicating via a phone, yabo. It was around 4 p.m. It was around 4 p.m. My mommy asendleleni ebuya endlini telling my father ukuthi fanele abuye manje so that bazokwazi ukuthi behambe bethu. My father is telling her ukuthi okay akekho endlini njengamanje, he's out but he's on his way. So my father is telling my mom that he's on his way. It was around 4 p.m. ne? Okay, sharp. My mom uyafika endlini, and then we're chilling. She decides ukuthi enhle kusambeni sonke, yabo. Sonke endlini sambeni sonke. Okay, nathi siyazilungisa ke. So we're waiting for my father ukuthi afike so that we can go. Smile. We're even impatiently waiting manje ngaphandle siphethe ama-bags esikhena nasendlini sifuna ukuphuma sihambe. And then shayo 4:30 again. It was around 4:30. That was the last time we've ever heard from my father. Okay, sharp again. He said he's on his way. We're waiting. Shayo 5 p.m. My mom is like, ish. Kanti uthe ukuphi manje because bekathe usezofika vele. Okay, fine. My father was umuntu ohleza online even when he's on work, ngisha kuma meeting kuphi he was always online. Bekangasuka umuntu ecima idatha, bekahlela online on WhatsApp nje, online 24/7. So that was the only time umama athi sithi uthungena ku WhatsApp to ukumbhalela message, he's offline. It can't be a tick A1. Okay, fine. We wait another 30 minutes. So go 5:30 manje. My mom decides to call voicemail. How? WhatsApp again. Thumeli SMS akaphenduli. Like what? Okay, we wait. 6 p.m. My dad still asimthole phone next. We even try with my phone. We even thinking good, I know maybe network. Let's just leave. Maybe makafika endlini he'll call us and we'll tell him good side. Tina we've left, we're coming back. Cause vele umama bekafuneka la kumele siye khona something important. Okay, we leave all of us, siyahamba, and then we came back around 10 p.m. Khathi sibuya sisendleleni, and we obviously thinking ukuthi we'll find my father asendlini manje. We'll find him endlini, ne? And then okay, we're going back. On the way, I think angazi, but I like my whole mood just changed. Ngivele ngaba umuntu cold, like umuntu makangikhulumisa, like don't talk to me, yabo, sengidinekile, sengikwatile, I'm pissed. And akekho umuntu engenze nix, ngivele ngachange nje. Okay, fine. On the way I'm trying to call my dad, go straight to voicemail, like we've been trying, hey, but let's just wait until we get home because vele sesindlini. Fine, Friday, we get home, his car is not there. It's 10 p.m. What? Where's my dad? Okay, fine, we open the gate, siyangena, sivale gate, singena endlini. You're like, 10 p.m. is my father. We tried calling him, asimthole phone. My mom it was around 11 p.m. manje. My mom is starting to panic. Where are you? Okay, kumuntu emthola phone, ne? So now the first person she called after ngamtholi babami was the older brother. She calls the brother, she tells him, Uguthi, can you please help me in company and we'll try to track ubabami because you cannot find him emfonini asimtholi ndawo, and he said he's on his way back home and asamtholi. Okay, fair again. The older brother asked, okay, I'll try to track his car, and then because imoto yakhe vele bene-track, I'll try to track imoto yakhe, and then ngizonfonela back ngitsho ukuthi ukuphi, yabo. My mom's like, okay, thanks, I'll be waiting on you. Okay, fine, fair. My mom's going to work tomorrow, so uyolala, okay. I mean, I'm chilling, big TV. I'm like, I'm not going to sleep, well, I'm waiting for my dad to come back home. Okay, fair. I think it was around half 11 to 12. My mother calls again. Have umtholile, calls the other brother. The other brother is like, no, I tried to check imoto yakhe, but I failed. Like, angitholi, yabo, I can't. My mom's like, yo, okay, it's fine. Okay, cool, we'll see tomorrow. She did not sleep that night. She didn't know what to do. And if even the brothers abamtholi, there was no other way. I promised myself I would not cry. So yeah. So sorry for this part, guys. Okay, so then after that, it's now the next day, the 26th of March, 26th March, the next day, in the morning, my mother, she wakes, uyavuka ngendlela ejwayelekile, she goes to work, ne? Tina, we're at home still. And then around Boma, I think when she got to work, she couldn't like focus or do anything. So what she did is she went to the closest police station to report him as missing, and then So guys, let's start a less long, so I'm going to fast forward him. Okay, she kept on looking for him, you know, like my mom, guys, the way besanga sacabangi kahle ngakhona, she even went to hospitals. She was thinking, it's okay, maybe nje he got admitted esibhedlela, because asimtholi. She went there looking for him, kunoma isiphi, like it was crazy. It was a crazy day for us. Okay, and then after that she called the second brother. As you know, I'm really worried, I cannot find him anyway. And then what they did, they're like, okay, you know what, the older brother said he's going to collect all the brothers, and then they're going to fetch my mom, and then they'll go out looking for him. And then they got in the car, they fetched my mom, and then they came back after a few hours, but now everybody's worried and stuff like that. My mom couldn't even eat and stuff like that. And then my mom gets a phone call from a police station, and they're asking her, Uguthi, are you mang? And she's like, yes, I am that person. They're like, okay, we have some information on your husband. Can you please come to the Northwest what police station? They said the place name. And then, okay, fine. My mother's like, what's happening? And then they're like, we cannot tell you over the phone. Please come over. Okay, fine. Fairly, my mom, she tells their brothers, and then they like, okay, asiyomlanda. They tell us, it's okay, fine. Bayomlanda, they go, bayahamba again. Ne? It was around from 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So I'm excited ukuthi, oh, finally they found my father. Alright. And in my mind, I'm telling myself, my father's fine, you know. So what do? I'm excited, man. I'm happy I'm going to see my father today. What do? Yeah, I cook his favorite dish. Imloyo ngipha inyama, ngipha everything. I'm frying nyama yakhe the way he likes it. I'm ngithatha his favorite spices and everything. I'm cooking his favorite dish. Man, I'm going all out. Yabo? I'm left with the kids' pay. I'm going all out in pay. I'm excited. I'm okay. Okay, fine. I'm done. The food is ready and everything. I'm waiting for them to come back. And then, okay, I hear the imoto ngaphandle bavula igate. Okay, babuyile. And then I remember myself ngingena ebathroom, and I don't know why ngidlula phambi kwemirror, and then I just had akwavele kwafika umcabango emqondweni wami ukuthi my father, wherever he is, I feel like he's in danger. I don't know, I felt like he's in a dark place, like kidnapped type of way. I felt like maybe they were kidnapping or something like that. That's how I felt. But ngingagezwa nix. And then fine, bayangena ke endlini. I was washing my face. Bayangena endlini, bayangena. They sit there. The wife was there. Girl. She was there. They went to fetch her. And the brothers were there. The younger brother was crying. Amehlo above. Okay. My mother's eyes too are like that. Like I could tell what these people were crying. And then they call me, Uguti, please come join us. Okay, fine. Yapuma ke bathroom. I sit there. My mom is telling them, Uguti, I cannot tell her. Okay, fine. Then they tell me the news. They tell me everything that happened. They tell me that my father was involved in a very bad, hectic, like horrible car accident. They tell me he was involved in a car accident. I mean, I'm like, okay, fine, let's go to the hospital. He's in Siombona. And then they like, he didn't make it. Okay. When I look at the younger brother, the youngest, he's crying. And I'm like, what? Are these people serious? This is, mind you, this is the older brother telling me this. Okay, fine. I burst into tears now. And then the wife, she's comforting me. She even got up. I added salt there because all I remember was her giving me water to drink, and the water was salty and stuff. And she was the one comforting me and stuff. Okay, fine. Fair again. My father's gone just like that. Okay. Angithi, obviously, guys, ngumuntu kamoya, so I could see from that day, from that night, something is up now. Something is up. So, okay, we got his wallet back. We got his one phone back. Since, remember I said, we never got a second phone. If phone A1, guys, the way his phone looked, like I wish they called his phone looked like it was truck. It was badly damaged. I'm like, but the phone was inside the car, so why is the phone looking like this? Okay, it was like being a phone layer. Okay, sharp, fair, yeah. We're now preparing for the funeral, and then I asked to go to the mortuary to see his body, of which they didn't allow me there because they said I'm underage, because I was young. But I didn't care. I'm foresee like until they let me in and they let me see him. And then when I saw him, he was not injured. Next, he had a scar, esmane, on his forehead. And I feel like his arm, maybe like but there was no blood because he was not injured anyway. My dad was nix like he could die. Like there was nothing there. So I'm like, can't develop. what happened? Apparently, bathi kushayisana imoto eziyi-2 kanje. It's him here, enye imoto lana, and bathi apparently yena ushone lapho immediately. And then the second car, umuntu wakhona bekuyi-BM, umuntu wakhona is in hospital ke yena, basho kanjalo ukuthi is in hospital. And then the car yalo muntu lo i-right, like ishayiseke phambili, so obviously kancane imoshekile. My father's car was squashed kanje. It was damaged, bengeke isalungiseka. It was squashed as if like iphume netayera ke, iqhume netayera laphuma, bengase netayera lasemuva alikho. And then when you look inside the car, there's blood everywhere. Mara yena himself, mawumbona laphayana, you can tell, noma ngokuthi maybe bamcleanile ke, you can tell ukuthi bengalimalanga lo muntu, libuyaphi lela gazi, libuyaphi igazi lela. The seats baqeka not yambheka, like you can tell ukuthi noma bamsukile anything, lo muntu akalimalanga nix. So igazi lela libuyaphi kahle kahle, libuyaphi. And then apparently abantu be-paramedics, they took him pictures before, mabaqeda ukumthola. So they showed the pictures of how he looked mabaqeda ukumthola, because his eyes are slightly open. I look at him and he looks like my father looks like ngathi something beimkhama, and he was reacting to the pain, and then immediately he died. That's how he was looking. So I'm like, no, something is going on here. When I saw the body, I'm like, no, something is really going on here. So I'm like, okay guys, yazini ne, I'm going to find out on my own ne, what's going to happen. So I didn't even tell my mom or anyone ngaleso sikhathi. I thought to myself ukuthi yazini ngizobona. And then mind you ne, when I saw my father's body, he was darker than the real him. My father is not light in complexion, ukahle nje ne, but he's not dark. Loya engimbonile, I don't know, bekafana naye ne, but he was dark. Mind you, my father has a dot, a black on his nose. Loya na bekanganayo, bekafana exactly naye, the body layer, but he never had the dot. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm noticing izinto enyana ezihlukile. And then when I saw the hair, okay, inwele besifana nezakhe exactly, nendlela akaleke ngayo kind of fine fade bekufana and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So okay, it's the day of the funeral, yaqhubeka konke, and mind you, everything there be better. Like the way things were happening, izinto bezingeke zenzeke kwi-funeral e-right normal laphaya, izinto better. The food was horrible, everything was disgusting laphayana. You could tell ukuthi no man khona kungahambi kahle la. It's like the real him was trying to prevent us from burying him, because now shuthi kahle kahle we were not burying him, we were burying isilwane ne that looked like him. They made it look like him. Okay, Tina, we didn't know. Apparently, if umuntu akini athwetshuliwe and then y'all are not supposed to bury him, ne? What y'all are supposed to do is either take a needle. The safest thing to do is take a needle and umhlabe ngayo on his body, the dead body. Mhlabe kakhulu kaningi, and then this one eventually is going to open their eyes, and then izogquma lapho, and it's going to run away to the owner, the rightful owner. Yamazu owner wakhe. It's gonna run away to that owner, and then what you guys need to do is run after it and follow it. It's gonna take you straight to where the real him is. And then obviously you are going to find lower and wangempela. Ningashaya isilwane or nisenzeni, but it's gonna go back to the owner. Nina nithatha umuntu wenu lo abamenza umkhovu, the real him, niyamthatha nimusa kubela bendabuka abakwazi ukusebenza ngale zinto ukuthi bamkhiphe isipikili labamfake sona nezinto abamenze ngazi ukuthi bamenza umkhovu, and then bazokwazi ukumsusa lezi zinto lezo kubuya isithunzi sakhe back, and then uyabuya ke kwelabaphilayo. That is what we didn't know. Ilento wrong thina esingiyenzile. What we did instead of that, because besingazi we buried him. And then after burying him, only then I find out ukuthi umuntu makathwetshuliwe, you're supposed to do this. Damn. That is how Baba Mahama emhlabeni ke. So guys, bengicela story time sami angakasiqedi. I'd also like to tell you guys what happened afterwards, because we now got all the inside information ngendlela kamoya ukuthi kahle kahle what exactly happened. And then afterwards, because my father into eyenza ukuthi bemthathe bemthwebule, it was because they wanted to qeda ngomndeni wakhe, bebafuna ukuthi babam abalande one by one, of which that didn't happen. So I want to tell you guys more about ukuthi kwenzakaleni after we buried him now, everything that happened afterwards until today, because gyale kwashuba worse, gyale kwashuba kwabheda. So if you guys nifundile khulu kule story time sami, this is part 1, and if you guys would like me to do a part 2 of the story time, please comment down below, please subscribe, and please like, and yeah, ngizo follow my comments wenu. So guys, if you all would really like a part 2 ukuthi ngifundise more khona nizoqaphela nani, please comment. I really hope nonke niyafunda kukonke lokho engikushilo, niqaphele kakhulu futhi, because if nami I knew yonke le information engintshela yona, if nami I have heard stories fana nalesi, I don't think my father ngabe akekho, he would be here with me today. Thank you so much for watching from the start to the end. Ngiyabonga kakhulu guys, and please be safe, please take care of your loved ones. Ngicela bagade awuthandiweyo beni imndeni yenu, nigade kakhulu. Now if you guys nifuna story 2, part 2 of the story, I mean, I'd also tell you guys more about now the difference and ukuthi idlozi lona mabathiwa idlozi lakini lithwetshuliwe bathwebula kanjani ke lona, ne? Yeah, so that nizofunda nizazi lezinto nokuthi idlozi libuyiswa kanjani ke ekhaya ukuthi libe right ekhanyeni, stuff like that. Thank you guys, ubusuku obuhle, ngiyathokoza, emakhosi.